Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips leaders and entrepreneurs to achieve their greatest potential. This show is sponsored by Current Leadership Coaching, and they help entrepreneurs excel as leaders so they can create super teams. Find out more about them at currentleadershipcoaching.com. Hey, hope you're having a great day today. And today, we're talking about the secret to motivating your virtual team. So a couple days ago, we talked about the secret to motivation, but we didn't cover motivating your virtual team, which can be a real challenge all by itself. Now, some of your team members are absolutely stoked to be working from home, and they never want to come back to work. Other team members, however, are miserable, and this isolation is really just killing them. Virtual teams are more challenging to motivate because everyone is in their own setting, and that can be both good and bad. Virtual teams are nothing new, but recently, the amount of virtual teams have skyrocketed. And to be truthful, many of these teams were just not prepared to keep operating at the same level as when everyone was together. Morale, attitude, and general sense of community, especially team community, have decreased, and stress levels are soaring in some businesses. So the secret to motivating your virtual team is closely related to the things we've talked about the last couple of days. But now you need to rely more on personality traits and where each team member falls on the chart. Different personalities are going to be motivated differently. And when working virtually, when you lose nearly 95% of your communication, which is the tone of the conversation and body language, man, you need to be relying on personality to ensure that you are at least close to doing what keeps your team members all motivated. Now, when talking about personality, I use the DISC assessment, the DISC, which you've heard me talk about many times on this show. However, there are other types of personality assessments out there. You can use the Myers-Briggs assessment, you can use Kolbe, you can use the colors assessment. The thing is, once you identify whatever assessment you're going to use, stick to it. And then get to know what each spot on the graph means. For instance, I mentioned I use DISC. So the D personalities, they're okay with working virtually if they can see the results. So if you have D personalities working on your team, make sure that you keep them abreast of the results that are going on and give them control over certain things, which could be challenging all by itself. Your I personalities, on the other hand, they don't necessarily like this whole virtual thing because they love socializing with people. They love talking and they love just being around people. So to keep your I personalities motivated, you may want to jump on virtual meetings with them more often than with other team members. The S on the DISC personality assessment more than likely just does not like working from home and being isolated because they genuinely like hanging around people. This virtual team thing and the isolation may be hardest on them because they thrive on making sure other people are taken care of and happy. And then finally, your C's, they're in heaven right now because they're at home working alone and they're able to get so much work done. As a matter of fact, you're probably going to see more productivity out of your C's during this isolation and virtual time than any other personality out there because they're going to enjoy being by themselves so they can just concentrate and focus on their work. So we're going to talk more about virtual teams and how to motivate them better tomorrow. But in the meantime, just try to figure out where each of your people fall as far as personality goes, and then start working on each team member's motivation accordingly. Hey, that's it for today. And I hope you're enjoying this topic this week. And I hope this can help you motivate your virtual team. As always, I appreciate you for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Until tomorrow, run to your challenges.